second position, but with enough Lings, that pretty much acts like fungal anyway. This fourth base is trying to be established by Lucifron, and I have a feeling that he's going to have difficulty dealing with it. Off go the Widowmines. Can he kill these Ultralisks? Can Lucifron hold on here? Ultra's trying to barrel their way through, but they're not in a good position at all. And Lucifron is defending incredibly efficiently against this. What a great move. Lucifron spread out perfectly there with a great concave and was able to handle those Ultras. But wave after wave of attacks is coming. Infestors are now being added on to the mix because his opponent knows, oh yeah, I'm going to have to deal with this, aren't I? These guys are kiting me so well. Lucifron is on the ball in terms of his kiting. He's knocking down Ultralisk after Ultralisk. And bear in mind, these Ultras do not have plating, and that is a big deal. So the Ultras are dying way faster than you would expect. You know, I don't usually go for this little phrase by Destiny, but if you're really ahead and want to... I don't even know what it was. It was like paraphrasing. If you're ahead and want to lose, build Ultralisks. Well, unfortunately, that's currently happening, and Lucifron's actually caught up quite significantly here. Let me not overestimate his capability, though. He is still dealing with the fact that he is against a 5-base Zerg with great upgrades and total control, but he has 4 bases. To be fair, though, he only has 1 real mining base. This is about to be mined out. This got mule drained so quickly, so actually he's only really got 1 3/4 bases mining versus his opponent who is mining off of 3. So this is kind of a big deal. Infestors now being added into the composition. Another Ling run by hits, and there's no way to defend it. And I think this is going to be the real problem now for Lucifron. He needs to keep his armies together in order to defend against Ultralisks, but that makes him very vulnerable to Ling run bys. So Lings are going to get into things like the Natural, and with 3-3 and Adrenal Glands, they're going to kill SCVs very quickly. 53 workers killed in total, 42 workers versus 73 here. Still no sign by Lucifron that he is willing to commit to a drop. Trying to burn that orbital command as best he can. He can't kill it yet, but this is the next push that is being prepared. The thing is, Lucifron actually has a big army now. He's been able to reinforce. His macro has been going absolutely haywire. He's been dropping mules on this planetary fortress base right here to reinforce. He's building a lot of Marines and Marauders. Maybe that's not such a great idea against the Infestors. He hasn't really seen the Infestors yet, so who knows? Scouting coming on for Lucifron right here, but here comes another big push from Hope. As I said, Hope did not engage well. Lucifron defended very well. If Lucifron defends this efficiently, maybe he can stage a counterattack. Maybe he can get back into this game. Now with these 4 bases established, that's pretty cool. Creep spread is not that great, especially going into this 4th base. A bunch of Banelings actually detonate there. Oh no, the worker line! The worker line! The worker line is dead, as is the 4th base, and Hope can actually just back off here. Oh, but he gets the fungal, and it's massive! It is absolutely huge. The Ultralisks are going to obliterate this army right now. There are no Banelings to help out, and the Queens are actually really, really slow here, so the efficiency is not good for Hope, but I don't think it's going to matter. With this many units, he comes through, and there's the GG, and Hope. 3 kills. Unbelievable against Karont3. Lucifron gets torn to pieces by a Zerg player here. Sweden fighting right now. Who the heck do you send against this guy now? Do you resurrect Lucifron and send him in again? Or do you send Vortex for a ZVZ? Maybe that's what you do. But one way or the other, Mousesports is going to be really happy about Hope's performance today. This has been phenomenal. Let's see if it can keep it up. Will we actually see an all-kill coming in by Hope here? Maybe we will. He is well on the way to it. We'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. No, this is terrible. Let's play something else.
Shit.
I'm loath to turn this music off, I'm afraid, but it's going to have to happen because we're going into the next game. God, it's such a great song. Miller Ball Breakers by David Soul, which is, in fact, a track from the one and only Jet Set Radio. Alright, here we go, folks. Man, this is getting crazy. So crazy that the game's lagging slightly. It's okay, we're fine. It's an online tournament, it happens sometimes. Anyway, Vortex has now been sent off for the ZVZ, and I think Karont3 is certainly wishing that they'd done it earlier. Oh, God, I mean, it's insane, really, when you think about it. But, hey, it's happening right now. Hope is shooting for the all-kill, and Vortex is what stands in his way right now. Let's see if he can pull it off. He is in the blue trunks, and he is playing for Karont3 Esports Club to the northwest of this particular map, which is... Oh, no, it's not. It's Belshire Vestige. It's like, is it Ohana? Is it Belshire Vestige? Can't remember. Versus his opponent, this guy. 3 kills already here for Mousesports. Sweden fighting right here in this tournament. To the southeast position, playing Zerg. In the red trunks, he is Mousesports Hope. Ooh. Alright, well... I don't know much about Hope's ZVZ, I've got to say, and I know that Vortex is pretty damn good at it. So, this could be a struggle for him. This might be the time when Vortex starts to turn things around, but just bear this in mind. This has all been done by Hope, yeah? Which means that Mousesports still has Hero Marine, and they still have Mana. And the rest of their... they could send a sniper out in this position. This is a best-of-9 team league. There is nothing stopping them sending a sniper out if Vortex wins this, taking down Vortex, and then finishing, basically sending Hero Marine and then Mana at him one after another, both of which are very, very good players indeed. So, this is an awesome position for Mousesports to be in. I can't imagine they expected Hope to take 3 kills, and this has given them such a strategic advantage in the rest of this series. Right, well... Let's see where this goes. Both of these guys elected to go pool and then straight into hatchery, and they're both electing, of course, to take gas because they will need to get banelings out. You don't generally play a gasless style here because it's called suicide. Without banelings to negate your friends' banelings, or indeed roaches, then you're going to have a really bad time. Right now, identical builds, but this is probably going to get really aggressive really fast. Now, Zerg versus Zerg in this particular expansion results in kind of the same openings, unless you get in this weird position where they both sort of subconsciously mutually agree to go lair and say, you know what, I really want to go Mutalisk. Oh, I wanted to go Mutalisk as well. And then it gets really silly, because Muta versus Muta is a silly battle, but it happens one way or the other. Mutalisks are just better in Heart of the Swarm. They're faster, they regenerate energy quicker, so it's a position where Mutalisk is a great option. Speed now coming down first here for Hope. That's an interesting move. Are we going to see speed from Vortex, or is he going to try and go straight to Lair Tech here? Now, there we go. I was going to say, that's super risky. Speed versus no speed, you know how that can go. And who's going to be the first to put down the Baneling Nest? Or is one of them going to put a Roach Warren down instead? We'll find out. Baneling Nest, oh, they're both going to put the Baneling Nest down at exactly the same time. Let's look at the positions. Vortex has his in his main, whereas Hope has his at his natural. There are times you can read into this, and there are times that you can't. A lot of players put this down at the natural to provide a partial wall-off. Yeah, combined with Queens and maybe a Spine Crawler or two, it starts to create a partial wall-off. If you place it around the hatchery, it means that a Lynx around is less effective on the hatchery, because you can't actually get that full surface area. It sometimes indicates that you want to be the defensive player, but not always. And more often than not, it's just a stylistic choice, so you can't really read too much into it. Ling's now going to come around and scout on both sides at almost the same time here. Vortex is going to dip in, and he's going to see the Baneling nest, he's going to see its position, and then, of course, he's going to have to deal with the fact that his opponent is going to have speed before he does, so these Lings are actually going to die here without question. There we go, and there they get ripped to shreds. In the meantime, the Speedlings actually get taken out by the Spine Crawler from Vortex, so because Vortex built the Spine, and his opponent didn't, that kind of puts the momentum in the favor of Hope to make the next move. The question is, what does Hope do with it? Well, he's actually building a Roach Warren instead of going to Lair Tech. This can be really risky. Because your Lair Tech is delayed, that means if it gets to a Muta versus Muta war, you usually lose, because you have less Mutalisks than your opponent. But it does open up an opportunity, like a 3 to 4 minute window where you can go for a Baneling Roach all-in bust to destroy your opponent. So the question is, does Hope take advantage of that? Or is Vortex able to survive, get his Spire up, and then his opponent ends up in a world of pain as a direct result? Roach is now on the way. Hope is not building any more drones. Here comes the Spire. So that basically starts the clock. The time bomb is ticking now. It's about 135 seconds from now until the first set of Mutalisks pop out. It is now up to Hope to do damage. Good target fire so far here by Vortex. Great kiting and control as well. He takes down both Banelings without any real damage being done. There's the run-by into the natural mineral line. He hasn't really killed all that many drones with it yet. He needs to do the follow-up. Of course, he's going to follow up with slow roaches, which will take some time. Hope's Ling's still alive right now. It's currently 10 to 8. That has been sorted out by the fact that the Spine Crawler took 5 kills here. Overseer gets spotted. He knows there's Lair. He knows he is now on a timer. He knows that time bomb is ticking away. He must do more damage now before the Mutalisks come out, because if they do, then he's gonna be in a world of trouble. Oh, yes, he is. More Spine Crawlers coming out. More Banelings as well. Vortex knows he must survive here. If he holds on until his Mutas come out, then he's in a great spot. The Spire is 15 seconds from finishing. Banelings detonate, and it went in the favor of Vortex there. He got a good trade. Baneling makes its way into the line. Good detonation. Takes the Queen out as well. These Roaches are smashing their way through. This Spine Crawler barely finishes. Roaches engaging here as well. This other Spine... Oh, he needs to kill that. There we go. Spine Crawler is down. Mutalisks are now on the way. Now he must do economic damage. The Mutalisks are 15 seconds from coming out now. But this mineral line is taking huge damage. More Lings come in. 10 workers killed so far. Baneling Nest could get targeted down. Hope morphing in right here, but the Mutas are about to pop. Hope needs to do more damage. He needs to keep hammering on his opponent and then prepare for a defense. And it looks like he may be able to do just that. The Mutas pop out and they're going to start to kill that. He cancels the Banelings, but he manages to get 2 into the mineral line. Ah, no! And his opponent does not notice that. Vortex doesn't notice it. Vortex is in a bad way right now, losing a huge amount of drones. GG! Hope, what the hell have you been fed today? God damn it. Jeez, this guy is insane. Hope is about to all-kill Karont3. He takes Vortex out in a Zerg vs. Zerg. 4 kills now against Karont3. Who do they bring out? Do they send Vortex in again for a ZVZ, or do they bring Luciflon back out? I mean, they could resurrect either of the Protoss players, but I wouldn't risk it. I would not risk it at all. My God, Hope is so good. We're going to find out if he can make the full all-kill in a best-of-9 against Karont3